Hello, this is Rogers Redding, National Coordinator of Football Officials, and I'd like to welcome you to the fifth in the series of these videos that we are creating for the fans and the media. We're moving into the latter part of the season now, and conference games are very intense, so there's a lot of action to look at. We've got a number of plays today that I think you will find interesting, and I want to thank you again for the good feedback that we've gotten on our earlier videos. Okay, let's get right to the plays. Here's one of these tight goal line plays where the ball carrier is trying to score a touchdown. He takes a straight handoff, kind of goes into a pile here, keeps driving forward, and notice that his teammate, number 76, grabs him and drags him into the end zone. Now this is a foul. This should not be allowed, and we should have a flag on the play. It's okay to push. It's okay to push the pile or push the ball carrier, but you're not allowed to pull a ball carrier in the end zone, so we should have had a foul for illegally trying to help the runner. This play gives us a good example of the foul for low hits on a passer. You can see that the defender comes in and hits the quarterback at below the knee, and this is a foul for roughing the passer. There's a special rule here for low hits. If a player is in a passing posture and has one or both feet on the ground and he gets hit low like this at the knee or below, that is a foul, personal foul, 15-yard penalty. You can see why this is a foul. It's a very dangerous play. The passer is in a vulnerable position. He can't defend himself. So this is a good job of getting this low hit on a passer. We get a targeting foul on this pass play where the defender comes in and makes helmet contact with the receiver. This is correctly reversed to no targeting. Let's walk through the steps on this one because it's a good example. First of all, there is no indicator. There is no launch. There is no thrust from a crouch. And the player does not lower his head to initiate forcible contact with the crown of the helmet. So there's no indicator. So you can really stop right there because if there is no indicator, there is not going to be a targeting foul. Now there is helmet-to-helmet contact, but still we hear some commentators and some officials talk about helmet-to-helmet contact. And remember, helmet-to-helmet contact is not a part of the targeting foul. And this is a good example of this. So again, no indicator, no targeting foul. So this is a good reversal by instant replay.
There is no foul for targeting. Number 14 can remain in the game. First down.
One of the most difficult rulings that an official has to make is on a pass, whether or not it's complete or incomplete. And more plays go to instant replay to rule on catch, no catch than any other play in the game. Here's an example. The receiver is trying to catch the ball. He never gains full control of it before he goes out of bounds, and so this is an incomplete pass. Now in real time, this might look like a catch, but you can see on the replay that he never gains control of the ball. He continues to bobble it, try to grab it, and he doesn't gain control of it before it goes out of bounds. The play, of course, goes to instant replay, and the instant replay official correctly determines that the player did not complete the catch.
After review, the receiver never gained full control of the pass. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass.
Here's another example of how tough it is to make calls of catch, no catch on these pass plays. This is a play very close to the sideline. And you can see on the replay that the receiver pins the ball to his shoulder with his hand. He rolls over. The ball does touch the ground, but the ground does not cause the ball to move out of his possession. And so this is a good call for a catch and a good job by the receiver to maintain control of the ball. He does complete the process of the catch, so this is a completed pass. Well, here's one you don't see every day. This is a snap infraction. Notice that the snapper, the center, tries to snap the ball and it slips out of his hands and kind of rolls along the line. And so that is a false start for a snap infraction. Now, most of the time on snap infractions, you'll see the center maybe do a double clutch where he starts the ball backward and stops and then tries to restart. But here, it just slips out of his hand and it's the same as if he tried to start the play. So this is correctly ruled as a false start snap infraction.
Snap infraction, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
This play shows us a good example of a horse collar tackle. You can see that the defender grabs the ball carrier at the collar or the nameplate area and quickly just snaps him to the ground, and this is a classic horse collar tackle. Now, he doesn't have to get the hand inside the jersey for it to be a foul. He can have it on the nameplate or inside the jersey or the collar of the shoulder pads. So good job to get this. This is a dangerous play, and so that's why it's a personal foul for a horse collar tackle.
Foul. Horse collar tackle, number 24, defense. Penalties half the distance to the goal line. Automatic first down.
Here's a play where we have 2 fouls, 1 on each team, and so they are offsetting fouls. The first one is what's called an illegal shift. Notice that the 2 players in the backfield, one starts across the backfield, that's number 4, and then number 5, who's the deep back, also is moving around. So they're both moving at the same time. That is a shift. In order for us to be legal, they must stop and get set for 1 full second, and they don't do that, so this is an illegal shift. At the other end of the play is defensive pass interference, a very good call, obvious pass interference foul. So these fouls offset, 1 foul on the offensive team, 1 foul on the defensive team, they offset, and we just replay the down.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Illegal shift, offense, number 4 and 5 were moving and never reset prior to the snap. Pass interference, defense, number 42. Those fouls offset. Replay second down.
Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks with another set of plays. In the meantime, enjoy some great football this weekend.